Okay, you guys, let's do our homework for 9.3. So, we've got the similar right triangles going on. I have them already here oriented the right way so that I can start moving things around. Okay, let's take a look. Over here, I have these. Number 3 wants me to identify the similar triangles. So let's take a look. We have the right angle at H for the big one. And then I've got G is the angle across that short side. And then I've got F is the other one. That's the big triangle. Let's make it a different color so I can just do that. Okay. Now, when I look at the medium triangle, that's H, E, and G, the right angle is at E. And then its angle that's the same as this one is that red one right there. That's the same, which makes this guy here that angle because it's in the same spot as that, and that is G. And then we have the last angle. The only one left must be that guy. I'm going to put 2. I like that better. Okay, and that's F. No, it's not F. For this guy, that's H. That piece of H that is part of the medium triangle. And then for the tiny small triangle, we have the right angle at E again. And then we've got this angle marked over here, and that's F. That makes the only one left H, and that's this guy. So to identify the similar triangles here, now that they're oriented the same way, this is a piece of cake. It's triangle GHF is similar to triangle GEH, which is similar to triangle HEF. Now, you may have gone FHG, HEG, FEH, no problem. You could have gone you could have gone so many different ways. So as long as G is corresponding to G is corresponding to H, H to E, F to H to F, we're good. Okay, number 5. Oh, okay, number 5. Here we are again. So let's take a look at what they have given us. We have the big triangles. Right angle is at Z. And then its small angle across the small side is X. And then Y. And labeling what I know that XY is 25. I know that YZ is 7. And look at that, they were nice enough to tell us XZ. But they didn't even need to because I could have found it on my own using Pythagorean theorem. So there we are. And if it may help us later, so I'm going to label the small angle with that, and then the medium angle with that. Okay. All right, let's look at the medium triangle. The medium triangle has the right angle at W. Then it's got its small angle across the short side is X. And it's got the only other angle is Z, which makes this guy this this. Okay. And last but not least, the little guy. The little guy's right angle is at W. Its small angle is Z. and its large angle is y. Okay, let's go label the sides that we know. We know that WZ is x, and that's also WZ right here. We know that YZ is 7, YZ is 7, and that's it. That's all we know. Now we're looking for a pair of sides whose values we can match up. So I notice the 7 and the 25, which means then I must relate the x to the 24. Now, same rules as last chapter apply. I don't want to mix this up. I have to choose one of these to be the top, one to be the bottom. You choose however way you'd like. I'm going to make that the top and this the bottom. Which means that for this problem number 5, I am going to get 7 over 25 equals x over 24. And now I can cross multiply this and solve. So cross multiplying means I will multiply 7 by 24, set that equal to 25 by x. 25x equals 7 times 24, which is 168. Divide both sides by 25 to get, there's nothing in common. 25 only has 5s in it, and 168 does not have 5s in it. So 168 over 25. Next, number 7. This was number 5. This was number 3. And here we are at number 7. Okay, let's get to labeling. The right angle for the big triangle is at G. Then F is, E is the small angle here, and F is the bigger angle there. GE is 36. GF is 15. Oh. And EF is 39. Now the medium triangle, its right angle is at H. Then we go to the little angle is E, and the big angle is G. GE is 36. HE is unknown, and HG is X. Now the little one. On the little triangle, the right angle is at H. The shorter leg is across from G. And F is the only one left. FG is 15. And HG is X. Now we need a pair of sides that we can relate. So I notice here I've got all 3 of them. So definitely these paired with, I need X. So it's my choice which tool to take. If I were to take 15 with 36, I'd be stuck. So if I take 15 with 39, then I can take X with 36. This can be the top. This can be the bottom. And then I can do that over here. 15 over 39. This reduces to 5 over 13. So I can take 5 over 13 and set it equal to X over 36. Now I'll cross multiply and solve. So 36 times 5 is 180 equals 13 times x. Divide the 13 on both sides. And we get that x equals 180 divided by 3. I'm sorry, 13. Okay. Number 9. Okay, this is a difficult to see problem. Let me zoom it in and see if that is helpful. Here's what they have though. They've got a right triangle here. Man, this is really hard to see even for me. Let me redraw this for you guys. So it's got this going on. There's a big right triangle. This is labeled 23 feet. This is 12.8 feet. And this is 26.3 feet. Okay, so now that I've got that, like that, it's so nice for me to just label this right now. Here is my small angle. Here's my big angle. So I'm going to throw it on here while it's like this to get that the short leg is 12.8 and that the long leg is 23 and the hypotenuse is 26.3. Okay, now let's go back to the drawing. They also have the altitude going down here, and they have labeled this part x. So this guy right here is the short leg of the medium triangle. He is the long leg of the small triangle. Now, let's see what else we know. Because 23 is actually the hypotenuse of the medium triangle. And 12.8 is the hypotenuse of the little triangle. Okay, where are we at now? Now I can see that I can relate x to 23 and 12.8 to 26.3. I am choosing this for top and this for the bottom. So I will get 12.8 over 26.3 equals x over 23. I'm just gonna cross multiply these and not worry about it. 12.8 times 23 is 294.4. And then we have 26.3 times x. So now what I must do is divide the 26.3, and I get that x equals 11.19. Okay. On this side, they want me to find the geometric mean of these numbers. That's fine. Easy peasy. I'm just going to set up two proportions for this. I'm going to put 8 and 32, one on top of one on the bottom of the other, and then the others will be x's. Okay? This cross multiplies to become 256 equals x squared. And then when I square root both sides, I get that x equals 16. That's the geometric mean. So over here, again, I'm going to set up two fractions. I'm going to put 14 on top of one of them, 20 on the bottom of the other one. And again, you could have swapped, all right? You could have put 20 on top of one and 14 on the bottom of the other. It doesn't matter as long as you put something on top of one and then the other thing on the bottom of the other. Then these are x's. And when I cross multiply, I get x squared equals 14 times 20, which is 280. And then when I square root both sides on this guy, I got to do a factor tree. So let's do that off to the side, maybe up here. 280, I can tell that that's 10 times 28. And 28 I can tell is 4 times 7, and 7 is prime. 4 is 2 times 2, and 10 is 2 times 5. So what I've got is a set, oh, no, that's not what I wanted to do. Just kidding. What I've got is a set of 2's that I can take out. So a 2 comes out, but a 2, 5, and 7 stay in. So 7 times 5 is 35, times 2 is 70. Yeah, that was an easier way to do that, but that's okay. 70. Okay. Now, here, put 1 on the top of one, put 1 on the bottom of the other one, x's, cross multiply. Okay, guys, since I know I'm going to square root this, I'm going to try to remember that I got this number 400. Actually, no, not necessary. Just kidding. When I square root both sides, 400 is just 20. And last but not least, 17, put 36, put x, x squared equals 17 times 36, which is 612. Square root both sides. Okay, 612. We're going to need to factor tree that guy. So 612. I can tell that 3 goes in there. So 3 goes into 6 2 times. 3 does not go into 1. And 3 goes into 12 4 times. I get 204. Okay, I can tell that 204 has a 4 in it. And that makes 51. So 4 is 2 and 2. And 51 is 3. And 3 goes into 5 once. 17 times. So now I can take out a 3 and a 2. Can't take that 17 out, unfortunately. So here I get that x equals 3 times 2 and rad 17. Okay. Here we are. Doing some more of these, the trickier ones, because it looks like they're not giving us as much information this time. Let's see, though. We can still do it. So I'm going to mark the small angle with this. Let me see. Let's stay consistent with what I did before. Before I did the small angle red. So let's do the small angle like that and the larger angle like that. So here my small angles are these. My large angles are these. And let's go. So here on the big triangle, I can tell that the hypotenuse is 4 plus 16, which is 20. I can tell the short leg of the small triangle is 4 across the double blue lines. I'm sorry. I didn't mark it. There's a small angle there. There's the big angle there. Okay. Back to where we were. Okay, so across the double blue lines is X on the small triangle. So that's X right here. And then X is across the red angle on the medium, guys. So X is over here, there. Okay, now I also know that the long leg across the blue angle on the medium triangle is 16. All right, here we go. I see that I can do 4 with X, and I can do X with 16. Oh no, you guys haven't been able to see this the whole time. So this is, you only missed me putting 4, which was the short leg, over here, over there. The short leg of the small triangle, labeled it. There we go. And now because I see that I've got these 2 corresponding sides and these 2 corresponding sides, this is how I want to do it. I am choosing this is my top and this is my bottom. And then I will set up this proportion over here. So this is number 19. So I'm going to get 4 over X equals X over 16. When I cross multiply this, I get X squared equals 64. And when I square root both sides, I get that X equals 8. Okay, number 21. Here we go. Here's the small angle of the large triangle. And here is the small angle on the small triangle. And then here is my medium angle there. Corresponds to that medium one there. Okay, let's go labeling. So these guys and these guys as a point of reference. Okay, the hypotenuse on my big triangle is 12 plus y. The short leg of the little triangle is 12. The long leg of the little triangle is 18. That is also the short leg of the medium triangle. And then y is the long leg of the medium triangle. And here we go. I can go 12, relate that to 18. I can do 18 to y. I'm going to choose a triangle to be on top the whole time and one to be on the bottom the whole time. So here I can go 12 over 18, which I like to reduce. So that is going to be divisible by 6 on top and bottom, 2 over 3. So I'm going to take 2 over 3 is equal to 18 over y. Cross multiply, 2y equals 54, which makes y equal to 27. Okay, 23. That was 21. Here we go. For 23, the hypotenuse of the large triangle is 9. Ooh, look at this. They've made it look so even that it's hard to tell. Let's be very strategic. So I'm going to take, this is the one of the angles. This is the other angle. So then within this triangle, each triangle gets one red angle and one blue angle. So that one's got to be that. And in this one's got to be this. And then we have a right angle right there. Okay, let's go. Okay, so on the large triangle, that's 9. And then the side across the blue angle on my largest triangle is x. Oh, and I didn't do this. Okay. The side across the blue is x. Okay, now looking at one of these triangles, the hypotenuse is x. And then the side across the blue is 5. I can tell that I've got enough information already without doing this other one, but let's do it anyway. Across the red on that guy is 4. Okay. So here we are. Let's pick a top. Let's pick a bottom. This 5 will relate to that x. Oh no, when did I mess up my x right here? And this x relates to that 9. So over here, I have 5 over x equals x over 9. X squared equals 45. And then that makes, if I do a factor tree on 45, where should we do this? It's not that bad, 45. 45 is, look at that. If you have trouble, look back. We multiplied 5 times 9 to get 45. So you can always go to 9 and 5, and then 9 is 3 and 3. So then that means that I could take the 3's out, leave the 5 in. We get, we get here when we square root both sides that x equals 3 rad 5. Okay, last but not least, on this one, the hypotenuse of the large one is z. The short leg of the large one is 27. Okay, medium triangle, we know almost nothing about it. I mean, we can figure out that this is z minus 16. And that is the long leg. And then we know here that the short leg is 16. And the hypotenuse is 27. Okay. And here we go. We have 16 with 27 and 27 with z. Let's do a top and a bottom. And let's go. 16 over 27. I thought that reduces, but it does not. So let's do it over here. 16 over 27. I don't know what I was thinking. Equals 27 over z. Cross multiply to get 27 times 27 is 729 equals 16z. Divide both sides by 16 to get that z equals 729 over 16. And that doesn't reduce, because if 27 didn't reduce with 16, neither will 27 times 27. That's just more 27s that don't have any factors with it. There we go. That's that homework.